Here's a good shot of what, an idea of what this house looks like.
Also, this you've done, this room.
Yeah, well, yeah, look in here, see. All of the rooms were like this, except, you know, the walls, the big chunks of plaster missing. So that we've left in case we have to snake some wires or some pipes. And this is the only floor we couldn't sand, so I laid this floor last week. And this is the first floor that's being done in here. So in this kitchen, you notice there's no Formica counters because in 1950 they didn't have Formica. So we've made counters out of linoleum and aluminum strips, just like this one. Now this chest happened to be in that room, and I moved that chest out. And it's the first time I had seen one of these, and I looked at it, and you pull out this drawer, and I said, what do you put in that drawer? And then we had some people come out who had been here. Well, that's where they used to bake their bread and make cookies and things like that, because there wasn't that much counter space. So that was for good rate.
That's what they use that for. I thought they might use it for charts.
No, no. And these things probably had like 30 coats of paint on them, you know, but we restored them all.
Look at that, huh?
And some of the hinges like this, you know, real nice cast designs, and you know, so we're trying to save as much here as we can and put it together. Now all of the radiators are going to stay because of the aesthetics, and but we're just going to leave them there and paint them up because this place will only be heated for about 3 or 4 months in the wintertime, just enough to keep some heat in the building.
How will you heat it though?
Electric heaters.
Oh, I see.
We put, last year I put in a new 200 amp electric service in here, so we get electric power basically from the cable that runs to the lighthouse. And so we get, and next week we're having somebody come out and lay a linoleum tile floor. Now, we would have liked to put in like the new tile 1-inch squares, but the heritage says, you know, you can't do that. You know, in 1950, all tiles were the old asbestos tiles, 8 by 8 tiles. So we've picked a tile that was made like in the 1950s, the same design, and we've got a company coming out to put this kitchen floor in like that.
Will you use furniture too from the 1950s?
Yeah, we've put an ad like in a paper, and we're trying to get donations like in the end of August, you know, when we're done. We'd like to get old beds and dressers, I mean, not junk, but stuff that, you know, can be used here as a 1950 type house. When the people lived here, there was no bathroom downstairs. This was like a radio room and a storage room. So now all of this, like you see that counter, all of that had to come out in that 16-foot boat, you know. So I built a whole new shower. We put a shower in here, we put a toilet in here, and a vanity. And this is going to be a stacked washer and dryer for the couple who's eventually going to live here. We want somebody to come out and live for about 3 or 4 months and basically operate it, like from June till September, and have it as a hostel, you know.
And then how many rooms would be available?
We got 3 rooms to rent upstairs.
And the downstairs would be for them?
Yeah, yeah. Last year, I had a couple, Beth and Scott, forgot their last name. They spent 4 days scraping all of the paint off of that. That probably had 20 coats of paint, but now
on the banister?
On the banister,
wow.
The banister and the whole thing. So now we have to do some more sanding on it, and that's all going to be varnished in polyurethane. And that was a labor of love for a husband and wife. As a volunteer, they came out and did that. Okay, so this is one of the bedrooms, and this floor all is going to be sanded.
And that's what these guys are doing, huh?
Yeah, we've hired them from Machias.
Oh, okay.
So this is one of the bedrooms, but you know, look at the view you get out here. You know,
Unbelievable. Okay, let me get some.
It's incredible.
How are you guys doing?
Oh, just
How's it coming down?
yeah, it's gumming up the paper.
Yeah, pretty quickly, huh?
Right.
So many coats.
Yeah. Well, it's an old varnish
Right.
that does it.
So you guys do this for a living?
Yeah, we do various jobs here and there.
Do you?
This is a main job that we do.
Oh, okay. You're from Machias?
East Machias.
East Machias, great.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Glenn,
Glenn?
and this is Chris.
Hi, Chris. Nice to meet you. I'm Gino.
Gino?
Yep.
this was the original innkeeper's room. we had, his son went out here, and he told us his mother and father, you know, they had this room, and they could watch the light in case the light went out, you know, they had to go downstairs and get in the lighthouse and fix the light, so they always had the view here from the window, taking care of the light.
There was orbital along where we can't get a drum sander to just, you know, touch it up and then
Yeah.
make a new finish.
There may be marks and divots and stuff left.
Yeah, you know, you don't get all the divots out because it's,
We call it antiquing.
yeah.
It's coming together, Hal.
Huh?
It's coming
It's coming
together.
together after 3 years.
It's 3 years.
3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, all the doors, last year, we sent all the doors down to New Hampshire someplace, and we had them all stripped, so we're in the process of putting all the doors back.
Are you gonna paint those or are you
Yeah,
gonna leave them now?
they're gonna be
You're
painted, yeah. One time, there used to be a barn here. They used to have animals out here. We talked to the innkeeper who had been here like in the 1930s, and they had a cow out here, and then I asked him, I said, you know, one of the problems we have is in the spring we come out here, we can't make any noise until after July 4th because there's an eagle's nest here. And if you disturb the eagles, that's a real problem. So he said, well, we never had any problems with grass. He said, what do we do? He said, we had 2 goats. And he said, goats ate everything and kept it clean, but we can't put goats back on the island now because of the heritage. And so that's why we're trying to get it all cleaned and mowed again, you know, so that we can develop a lawn out here, so it looks good. We just built a whole new door for this. We saved all of the old hinges. We built a new door that needs some more paint and some hardware.
Just incredible. So the Coast Guard maintains this still?
No,
Huh?
Coast Guard doesn't do much anymore. They
But what
can't.
about all this brickwork?
Well, doesn't need any work. It's just in good shape.
When was this built?
So I guess this one was built in 1848.
And it's been rebuilt since then now, right?
It's been rebuilt and been touched up apparently over the years.
Okay.
See, there was a chain here, and the way the old lights operated, you know, they were oil fired, and they had changed to control everything, you know, and that went through here. This is the quadrants, because when a ship comes in and sees the light, it's divided up into quadrants so that they know which way they're coming in, and we have to maintain these shades always at the same angle and at the same height. But this is now fully automated by the Coast Guard. Doesn't require any work.
I don't see any light though on.
As soon as it gets dark, it'll come on. It's on photocells.
I see.
Yeah.
So do you see whales out here sometimes?
Yep. That's why that boat, Andy Patterson, he takes people out and they see whales sometime and they see puffins, and that's the main thing. Now see, the Coast Guard was just here, see, and they redid all of these windows to be sure, you know, we don't get leaks and get rust inside. So Coast Guard maintains that for us.
Well, you're with a couple of ex-coasties right now.
Oh yeah?
Both of us met in the
Yeah.
Coast Guard.
Oh yeah?
That's how we know each other.
Oh yeah, okay. Those guys came out and did a fantastic job. Yeah, on top of each one of these, I understand, years ago, there used to be a replica of this lighthouse as a casting. But over the years, all these lighthouses disappeared from here.
Wow. So do you come up here often? You come up to the top here?
Not too often, not
No.
too often. I got too many things to do down there.
You're just always working, aren't you?
I'm always working. I can't.
You don't
I
like
can't
to
just sit
relax
around.
then, right?
I don't like to relax. I like to work.
You like-
Got to accomplish something.
You get tired, that's when you relax.
Yeah, I get tired at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you get a little tired.
So now where do you stay when you're in town?
I got a motorhome, and we have met, there's a Dr. Carol Harrington has a house here, and I met her like 3 years ago, and she only comes up and uses the house like 2 weeks out of the year, so I have complete use of the house. I don't use it, but it's there. My motorhome is parked right there. We got a telephone there, we got water and electricity, and she's just a great gal. She'll be up in 2 weeks.
What are you going to do when this project's done?
Well, Betty and I were talking, we're going to go to Mexico for about 6 weeks, take a little rest, and next year we'll be back here again. Well, we may come back for a few weeks next year. We haven't really decided yet. But if not, I'll find another lighthouse to work on someplace.